Pantry, and I thought on behalf of, Preparedness Month, I'd do a prepping video. I'm prepping for a canning session. This is super important, and this is going to be part of my prepping for the year, but you have to prep for the actual process of canning. So this is going to be a water bath canning session, and I am going to go step by step how I get everything ready for the whole process, because you don't want to forget anything, because when you're in the throes of it, oh no, where's my spoon? Where's this? You need everything out on the table, okay? Or the countertop, or wherever you're working, next to your stove top. It really doesn't matter. Pick your space. I use my island for all of my prep work, but obviously the stove's involved, and so is the countertop over here. Okay, first thing I do is I decide what I'm gonna can. This is going to be my tomato juice. I've got all my tomatoes picked. These are nice, big, juicy tomatoes. I cannot wait for this. I don't buy tomato juice because it's so high in sodium. I'm not gonna add any sodium to this, none whatsoever. But it's gonna be full of flavor, it's gonna be healthy, and I'm gonna have it on my shelf for recipes and for enjoying. So the first thing I do when I decide, okay, I'm making tomato juice, is I go get a canning book that I trust to reference from. So this, I've already bookmarked the page, tomato juice, and I'm referencing this from the Ball Complete Book of Home Preserving. I'll link the video, or not link the video, I'll link the book, a link for the book down in the description box for you. So if you don't have this book and you need it, you want it in your life, you'll get it. Okay. And know that I'm going to be doing a giveaway here pretty quick, and it's going to be a canning book. So yes. Anyway, so I get my canning book out, and I look up tomato juice, and I look up what I'm going to need to can it safely, and what the times are, and all of that. And I really focus on that. Sit down with a cup of tea and read over it. Read all the tips and everything. Then everything is really fresh in my mind. I know that I've got solid, good information that is tested. Okay. I'm gonna need a paring knife to core these tomatoes. I'm gonna need a cutting board. I'm also gonna use, instead of my Victorio strainer, I'm gonna use this food mill. And this is, I just got this, so I'm super excited. I'm gonna use this food mill to, after I cook the tomatoes down, to get the seeds and the skins separated from the pulp and the juice. I'm going to need a tea towel. I love these. I just get a dozen of them at a time. I'm going to use a saucer. I'm going to need a paper plate, or a paper towel, sorry. Because I'm using Tatler lids as well as button top lids, I'm going to use my tongs. I need a magnetic wand, my ladle to ladle my juice. I'm going to use citric acid instead of lemon juice because it doesn't change the flavor of the tomatoes. I just want to taste these delicious tomatoes. You're going to need jars, right? Those jars are in the dishwasher. I have 7 quarts in the dishwasher. So I'm ready, or 7 quarts, 9 quarts. Gosh, I'm stumbling all over the place. 9 quarts. My canner holds 7, but if I get extra, I'm ready, okay? Does that make sense? And I'm gonna need a canning funnel. I need a Sharpie because my Tatler lid gaskets, I will mark every time I can with them. I just put a little dot, and this one will be its 2nd time canning. This one, it's gonna be a first timer. And do I have any? I don't know if I did 3 yet. Did I do 3? Yes, I did. Okay, so this one, do I have any marks on this one? Nope. This one looks like it's been used though, so I'm gonna mark it twice. I might have forgot. So I do that. That way I know how many times those gaskets have been used. Your gaskets can be used like 10 times before you need a new one. The lid itself, you never have to replace them unless you damage them. Okay, so I know that I have 2 narrow mouths or regular mouth. I'm gonna put those in my dish. And then I've got my button top, and I like to turn them opposite, so if one's facing up, the next one's facing down, right? Up, down, because they stick together, up, down. And then you can actually, and then I put my tattlers in last into my bowl where I will pour very hot to boiling water over top of them. You want to soften the gaskets, but not boil them till the plasticine on the button tops is deteriorated. You just want to warm it up. They say you don't have to do that anymore, but I do. And you do have to do it with the tattlers. So, my citric acid right here, my measuring spoon, I need 1/2 of a teaspoon for each quart. So I've got that. I am going to, see, I already have, you don't need to debubble, but get your debubbling tool because I like to stir the citric acid in the juice once I load the jars. You're gonna need a jar lifter because those jars are hot going in and coming out of the canner. I've got my cabbage, this is a cabbage masher to mash cabbage to make sauerkraut, and I use that to have my rings. I just slide my rings down, they're easy access and they're not scattered all over the counter. I've got a big stainless bowl for juice after I get it juicing, and I've got my 12-quart Cuisinart contour pot. I'll leave a link for this. You guys ask about this pot all the time. I love these. I have the smaller one as well, but they're beautiful. They clean up perfect, and it's a heavy gauge stainless steel. So a must have. Spend the money to get good quality utensils to use and tools to use in your kitchen. And then of course, about 30 pounds of tomatoes. Actually, I don't know, maybe it's about 20. I could put it on the scale, but I'm not going to. So, and your water bath canner. Now, you may have a water bath canner that you use on the stovetop, and that's fine, but you're gonna need all these things laid out, a mat to cool your jars, prior to even starting the process. If you start and you don't have all these things, you're gonna stop and be scattered and grabbing, and then sometimes things get, if there's a timing issue with your canning session, like if it's for jam or jelly, sometimes timing is crucial, so you don't wanna be rushed into that. I will also have a measuring cup that I will heat up water in the microwave to put over my lids. So guys, I hope this helps you figure out how you could set up and have that checklist of things you're gonna need for a particular canning session. If you liked this and you want me to bring you along for a pressure canning session prep work, go ahead and leave me a comment in the comment section down below. And as always, guys, I can't wait to see you next time. And I really want to see you for this video because it is absolutely wonderful to have fresh tomato juice from your garden, knowing that no pesticides ever touched those tomato plants, and knowing that you were the only one that touched them. So yes. All right, tomato juice coming up next. Okay guys, bye.